2024, a year filled with promise, with hope. It was supposed to be a good year. As the calendar turned over, the world looked forward with wide-eyed optimism. It was a time of great expectations, a time when dreams seemed within reach. We anticipated advancements in technology that would make our lives easier, more connected, more exciting. We looked forward to political stability, a world where diplomacy and understanding would triumph over conflict and chaos. The economy too was on an upward swing, promising prosperity and growth. Each sunrise brought with it a sense of anticipation, a feeling that today might be better than yesterday, that tomorrow held even more potential. It was a time of hope, of excitement, of dreams waiting to be realized. But as the months unfolded, it became apparent that 2024 had different plans. As winter thawed into spring, the first signs of trouble began to surface. The year 2024, that we had welcomed with open arms and hopeful hearts, began to show its true colors. As the snow melted, revealing the first buds of spring, we also started to see the buds of unexpected events that would soon engulf us in their turbulent waves. In the world of politics, whispers of dissatisfaction grew into roars of protest. Leaders, once admired and respected, found themselves facing the wrath of their own people. Power shifted, alliances crumbled, and what was once a stable political landscape became a battleground of ideologies. Then came the natural disasters. Mother Nature unleashed her fury in the form of hurricanes, earthquakes, and wildfires. Cities that were once bustling with life were now reduced to mere rubble. These calamities didn't discriminate. They struck everywhere, from the wealthiest of nations to the poorest of villages, reminding us of our shared vulnerability. And as if that wasn't enough, a new technological crisis emerged. A glitch in the global digital infrastructure left us grappling with a cyber pandemic. Banks, hospitals, schools, no sector was spared. It was as if we had been thrust back in time, forced to navigate our lives without the digital tools we had come to rely on. Yet, through all this, there was a sense of unity, a shared struggle that reminded us of our collective strength. People reached out to each other, lending a hand, a word of comfort, or a shared slice of bread. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a beacon of hope in the midst of chaos. But as spring gave way to summer, and the events of the past few months continued to unfold, a somber reality set in. We began to realize that this was not a passing storm, but a new reality we had to adapt to. By summer, it was clear that 2024 was not going to be the year we had anticipated. The summer heat brought with it a wave of further complications. As the sun scorched the earth, the world found itself grappling with a host of mounting challenges. The sunny season, usually associated with joy and relaxation, had taken on a disturbingly different hue. The economy, which had promised a robust revival at the start of the year, was faltering. Markets were in turmoil, businesses were shuttering, and the job market was as parched as the summer soil. The economic bloom we had anticipated was replaced by a season of financial drought, leaving many to wonder where the promise of prosperity had evaporated to. In the political arena, the heat was intensifying. Leaders who had promised unity and cooperation were now embroiled in conflicts and power struggles. The common good seemed to be lost in the haze of political ambition and divisive rhetoric. The Summer of Discontent was not just about the scorching sun, but the heated debates and the simmering tensions that were tearing at the fabric of societies. And then there were the environmental concerns. The summer's extreme heat was not a mere inconvenience. It was a stark reminder of our planet's cry for help. Climate change was no longer a distant threat, but a harsh reality, hotter and more dangerous than any summer before. Forest fires, droughts, and violent storms became our daily reality, serving as a grim testament to the cost of our inaction. As we navigated through this summer of discontent, it seemed that each day brought a new challenge, a new disappointment. The optimism that had once greeted the year 2024 was slowly but surely fading, replaced by a growing sense of unease and disillusionment. The world was changing, and it wasn't for the better. The summer of 2024 was not a season of joy and rejuvenation, but a season of struggle and despair. As the leaves began to change color, signaling the onset of autumn, there was a palpable shift in the air. As autumn leaves began to fall, so too did our hopes for 2024. Autumn, a season of change, saw 2024 spiraling further. It was as if the earth itself, in its fall colors of red and gold, was reflecting the tumultuous times. The climax of the year's troubles unfurled in this season, with events that shook the core of our society, our systems, and our beliefs. Autumn is often a time of harvest, of reaping what was sown, but for 2024, it was a harvest of discontent, a disappointing yield of the seeds of hope we had planted. It was a season that echoed with disillusionment and a collective sigh of despair. The world seemed to be in freefall, much like the leaves from the trees, each event a leaf adding to the pile of our collective disappointment. As the last leaf fell, marking the end of autumn, we were already bracing for the winter chill. As we moved into winter, we were left to reflect on a year that was supposed to be good, but turned out to be anything but. Now, as we stand at the end of 2024, we're left with lessons and experiences. This year, one that began with such promise, was a whirlwind of events that shook us to our core. We saw highs and lows, joy and sorrow, triumph and failure. We witnessed the power of unity in the face of adversity, the strength of communities coming together to support each other. We grappled with the reality of our impact on the environment and the urgent need for change. We saw the world of technology continue to evolve at a breakneck pace, changing the way we live, work, and connect. From these experiences, we've learned resilience, empathy, and the power of collective action. We've learned that change is not only inevitable, but necessary. Now we look to the future with a renewed sense of hope, eager to apply these lessons and make the most of the new year ahead. And so we bid farewell to 2024, a year that was supposed to be good. If you found this recap helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe to 10 Min's Info channel for more such informative content.